Welcome to Soundscape, where we uncover the stories behind the songs that shaped emotions, memories, and moments in time. Today, we're talking about a song so powerful, it crossed generations. A song that existed long before a movie, but became immortal because of one unforgettable scene. This is the story of Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers, and how the film Ghost gave it a second life and a place in our hearts forever. Before Ghost, many people don't realize that Unchained Melody was not originally a love song written for romance films. It was first recorded way back in 1955, written by Alex North and Hy Zarrett for a prison movie called Unchained. The title itself comes from the movie's theme. The lyrics spoke of longing, separation, and waiting for a loved one, themes that would later define its entire legacy. Over the next decade, the song was covered by several artists, each bringing their own flavor to it. But it wasn't until 1965, when the Righteous Brothers recorded their version, that the song truly transformed. Producer Phil Spector's famous wall of sound technique gave the track a grand orchestral feel. But it was Bobby Hatfield's soaring, almost spiritual vocals that turned longing into pure heartbreak and love into something timeless and epic. His voice seems to climb higher and higher, almost reaching for something it can't quite touch. That feeling of desperate yearning is what made their version stand out. It became a huge hit, a staple of its era. Still, even with all its success, no one could have imagined what was coming next, 25 years down the line. Fast forward to 1990. The movie Ghost, starring Patrick Swayze as Sam and Demi Moore as Molly, tells a love story interrupted by tragedy, but not ended by it. Sam is murdered, but his spirit stays behind to protect Molly from danger. Their connection is the heart of the film. Then comes the scene. The one everyone remembers. A quiet room. A potter's wheel spinning slowly in the dim light. Molly is trying to work, lost in her grief. And then, she feels a presence. Sam is there, his hands guiding hers on the wet clay. As Unchained Melody begins to play, something truly magical happens. The song doesn't just accompany the scene, it becomes the scene. It's the voice of their shared grief and unending love. Suddenly, the lyrics take on a whole new, profound meaning. When Bobby Hatfield sings "I Need Your Love," it's no longer just a man singing to his distant partner. It's Sam, a ghost, reaching across the veil, desperately trying to connect with the woman he loves. The line, "Godspeed your love to me," becomes a prayer, a plea for their love to overcome the ultimate barrier of death itself. The song's original theme of being unchained is recontextualized. It's no longer about escaping physical prison walls. It's about love breaking free from the chains of mortality. This wasn't just about romance anymore. It was about a love that refuses to die, a bond that transcends the physical world. The scene and the song became one, creating one of the most iconic moments in cinematic history. So, what made Unchained Melody and Ghost hit so deep for millions of people around the world? It was its raw, emotional honesty. It perfectly captured a complex mix of feelings that many people could relate to on a profound level. It encapsulated grief, that hollow ache of losing someone you can't imagine life without. It embodied longing, the deep, persistent yearning for one more touch, one more moment. It also spoke to the pain of unfinished love, the feeling that there were still so many things left to say and do. But most importantly, it offered a glimmer of hope, the powerful and comforting idea that love can, and does, transcend death. People didn't just hear the song. They felt it in their bones. It became an anthem for anyone who had ever lost someone they loved. The impact was immediate and staggering. After the movie's release, the Righteous Brothers' version of the song re-entered the music charts, soaring to #1 in several countries, a full 25 years after its initial release. This kind of comeback is incredibly rare and speaks to the powerful cultural moment the film had created. A song from the past suddenly belonged to the present, discovered and embraced by a whole new generation. It was no longer just a classic oldie, it was the love theme for the 1990s. The success of Unchained Melody and Ghost proved something incredibly important to the entertainment industry. It showed that a movie can resurrect a song, breathing new life into it and giving it a new context. And in turn, A song can define a movie forever, becoming its emotional anchor. After Ghost, studios began treating their soundtrack songs not just as background music or promotional tools, but as essential storytelling devices. The needle drop, placing a specific pre-existing song into a key scene, became a much more deliberate and powerful technique. Think of other iconic movie music moments that came later. Many of them owe a debt to the trail that Ghost and Unchained Melody blazed. To this day, when you hear those opening notes, you don't just think of a song. You see the potter's wheel. You think of love, loss, and a connection that goes beyond time. Ultimately, this song reminds us of a few timeless truths. It teaches us that love doesn't just end when people part ways, whether by distance or by death. It shows us that some connections are so strong they stay with us forever, imprinted on our souls. And it proves that the most powerful songs are the ones that understand our deepest pain and our most profound hopes. Unchained Melody isn't just a song. It's a feeling. It's a memory. It's a shared cultural touchstone for love that endures against all odds. A feeling that never, ever fades. If this song ever made you emotional, trust me, you're not alone. It's a powerful piece of music history. Tell me in the comments, did the movie Ghost completely change the way you hear this song? I'd love to read your stories. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to Soundscape where music meets memory. And don't forget, sometimes, the best way to understand a song is to just listen to it again. Thanks for watching.